Inflation will kill you if you don't know your numbers. I'm sorry, but it's just the hard truth. A lot of people today are worried about inflation going forward. Trust me, I am as well. As a business owner, these are things and variables that ultimately is happening in Washington that are going to impact my business in a massive way that I have no control over. And so this is going to happen even more inside the ag industry. And we saw this back in 21 and 22 when we had chemical and fertilizer prices going up 200 to 300% in some portions of the country there. And it put a massive stress on balance sheets, cash flows, and overall profits inside of the operation. Now, the number one way that you can combat this and that all of us can combat this is we have to master our numbers. We have to truly become a student of our numbers. And every time we have a decision coming up, we are going back to the numbers. We're not pulling the trigger because we feel like it or because we think that it'll hopefully work out a long time. We're no longer living and making decisions inside of our business based off a strategy of hope and prayer. We're going back to the numbers. And that is the number one thing that we're doing with our software called Farmer Metrics inside of Legacy Farmer is we're interrupting that pattern where people get blocked by their emotions. They want to buy this piece of ground or go expand the operation, whatever that is. And we're pushing them back to saying, hey, let's pause a little bit. Let's create a little bit of space here. Let's go look at the numbers here. And in a high inflationary environment like we are living in right now, and we're most likely going to live in for the next decade or 2 decades, ultimately until the US dollar may not be used anymore, this is the reality of the situation. And the only way to combat this is you have to know the numbers.